Hey Virgos, welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading and astrology for June 15th through the 21st of 2020. Last week of Gemini season. We're using the, I always want to call it something else, I believe Wildwood Tarot here. Is that what it's? Yes. No, it doesn't even say it on there. Pretty sure it is. I don't know why I feel like I'm calling this thing wrong, but I'm probably right. So let's, okay. Why did I know you guys were going to come out? You know, I don't usually take cards that pop right out, especially when I haven't even really started, but we're going to keep those. Let's get into this here, though. This week, we have Mercury going retrograde in Cancer, and we already have like 6 planets in retrograde, so it's a really great time. So what can we expect here? A lot of repressed emotions coming up to the surface to be dealt with. Reassessing our sense of security in terms of our financial, our career, and how you feel about those who have a place in your heart. But Mercury retrograde, as we know, brings in miscommunications, like two ships passing each other in the night. You know, it just doesn't, we're just not hitting the mark. So watch out for things like that. If you're miscommunicating with people, just calm down and try to find a different approach. If you hear from those people that are coming back around that you know are toxic, block them and just don't answer. That always seems to happen during retrogrades, huh? Let's see what the rest of this week has in store for you with the tarot now, though. Let's check it out. All right, Virgos. Virgos, I like these cards so far. Please don't disappoint me. Oh, yay. All right, I kind of want to leave it here because these cards are very intense and powerful. We'll pull clarifiers as needed. We might even use a different deck and make it kind of fun. So, what's interesting here is that the Green Man showed up reversed, but he has such a powerful energy. I don't know if I want to fully consider him reversed. I'm going to just show him upright so that you can look at him because it's a very beautiful card. And it's divine masculine energy. It's forest energy. It's something connected with the earth and yet also connected with our ability to take authority, take control. Because the Green Man is almost like the Emperor, but he gives me a very different vibe. He's a lot more grounded, stable, and connected with, you know, the Green Woman in this divine feminine. There's a certain sense of time and nature and things bubbling, boiling to the surface in a very ancient and beautiful way. And when it's reversed, I just feel whenever I see this kind of energy reversed, it feels like we are out of control. There's a lack of control. There's a tendency to lose our self-control a little bit and lose our grounding and authority on reality. We could be acting out a little bit more like, I don't know, a little bit, that sounded like an owl. What am I saying? See, Mercury retrograde is just going to mess me up for the next few weeks. Let's get a card for it. Because the card after it, like, let's just get the link here. Let's get the link. There we go. Of course, the link would be another major arcana. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas in this, like, 6-card read, so let's just deal with that now. The Death card here, or the Journey, is what's in between the Green Man reversed and the Archer. The Archer is very much like the Chariot. And this, I don't know why. Okay, I'm just going to say it because I channel my readings and what comes through comes through. Before Cancer season, you will have a death of, I don't want to say ego, but it feels almost like a total transformation and journey through ego, through your authority over yourself, through your control in the world, and how you have a relationship to your ego and to your own power and the authority that you take over yourself and others. There's a real ego death and an understanding here, a journey that we must go within. We're going to go I'm sorry guys, my Englishing. Bear with me, let me get some water. It is so hard to speak the words correctly and in the right order, I feel like, during retrograde for me. And we're right in that really awkward point of the shadow where it just gets bad for me. But anyways, the journey, as you can see, that we have this raven and he's tugging on like this tendon. I mean, if you're grossed out by it, sorry. On this skull here of a stag. This stag here has journeyed into darkness, into death, and we have this raven that is so representative here of the underworld, of growth, and we have the moon in the background. It's, when we're reckoning with things that need to end, and that we need to go deep on a journey of self-discovery. Literally, it is the journey of going deep, of ending certain things and allowing a natural death where we have lost control, and maybe where we've been too authoritarian, maybe where we've been too controlling as a Virgo. The Archer here brings in that more positioned, more about taking direction, more about taking aim here. She doesn't rush. She's got these two dogs, but they're not going to rush into the kill. She's got to aim her bow and wait till she shoots it before she lets these dogs go and say, go get that. And then she runs after it, and the hunt is on. So the Archer is a moment where we're taking our bow back and we're assessing the situation. We're assessing our direction. We're assessing what opposes us in that way. Again, it's that balance. What are our opposing forces in our life that we need to work through? And with these difficulties being resolved through this natural allowance of a transformation within you, within your ego, within yourself, within your drive, and the authority, that divine masculine area of your life that maintains your overview of situations with stability, control, and reason. And you realize that maybe you haven't been, especially when the Green Man is reversed. It's like, oh, I need to maybe reevaluate and work on these aspects of self. And that's great. That's good. You're not being stubborn about it, and it's beautiful. Awesome. Everybody's reevaluating really deep parts of themselves, and it can be awkward right now, but you're not the only one going through this. Don't worry. Four of Bows is right in the center of your reading, and that is so much peace and harmony exactly where you are. By going through this transformation, by redirecting yourself in a more positive and intelligent direction, it's like, wow, I now see for sure that this is where I need to be headed, and this is where I should be driving my energy, my thought process, my life here, my ego, my sense of authority and control over myself here, my more convicted, controlling, reasonable side. Where are we directing it? How have we grown? And what about that aspect of ourselves has changed? The Four of Bows is celebration of that. You'll be much happier once you reckon with these things, once we go through this transformative energy, this transformative process that has us going really deep. And what's interesting here is the Woodward after that. I love that. The Woodward is about justice, I believe, because it is a card of 11. Let me look at him for a second here. He understands both sides of things. And he's able to see things from this more just and balanced perspective. I know that wouldn't seem so smart, but I don't know. He's got something that he is very convinced on, that he understands, that is now very balanced on, that he's ready to start moving forward in. He's somebody that is very wise and intelligent, and look at all the symbolism. He's got this this spear here with like this little, it looks like a little animal toy or totem on it. There's blood on the spear. He's got a little bowl here. He's got his lynx, and yet at the same time he has that lynx on his head. And it's very interesting if you have this here and then you have, a head of something like that. It just seems wrong, right? But there's a balance there. And there's a balance that he is struck with this animal and with the animal kingdom versus reality and more of man's pain and understanding and, that hunting energy. It's like we're in relation with nature in a beautiful way, and yet at the same time recognize that we need to use it at some points for survival. I feel like I'm just going off on the Woodward here, but I don't get him very often. And he's different than justice. He asks us, yes, to take authority for ourselves and our decisions, and using a sense of balance and proportion in one's self here in life. And that you're holding yourself and others accountable for their actions. Yeah, Three of Vessels, and it's joyful. It's really, really joyful. It could also be that, we're experiencing joy and happiness and a new sense of harmony and celebration with a Libra in our life as well. There's just a harmony. There's things coming into balance. There's a real sense. Look at these three cranes here. That's joy. That's happiness, understanding. Let's celebrate this. You have two really beautiful celebratory cards here amidst all this intense energy. So the transformations and changes that you'll go through and that maybe make you feel really deep and go really deep. and experience some really deep changes and understandings of self and where you want to head, it's like you come out the other side so liberated, beautiful, happy, and just light. Because the Five of Stones reverses at the very end. And yes, thank God it's reversed, right? When the Five of Stones or Five of Pentacles is upright, we're lost. We're kind of stuck in the middle of the storm outside, and we can't really get anywhere else. We're not looking for help. We're not asking for help. We're just kind of accepting that we have to stay and be cold and in the rain, and that, you know, the rain's going to blow out our fire here, and we're going to be in trouble really soon. We already are. This brings in abundance, this brings in love. It's, you know, we've moved past that Five of Pentacles, the most difficult part that we've had to endure, this loneliness as well. It's like, why would you want to be alone when you can open yourself up to so much love and so much understanding just by seeing things in a different perspective, just by allowing something here to end. Something about ego, belief, that maybe you've been very holding on to very tightly. I don't know. It's really beautiful though. Anyways, Virgos, let's pull I'm kind of using these Les Tarot des Femmes Erotiques as a oracle. I don't know. I really kind of like them in that sense. They're great for just being tarot as well, but I don't know. I'm drawn to use them as oracles this week, so we're just doing it. Oof. This is a card that I should have taken out. One at a time. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, 5, and then the Tower. So we get strife and shattering of structure. Yeah, something is coming down this week. I think that we've made that point pretty clear. Don't be afraid of the internal tower. The universe is saying it's time for you to work through this strife. The Tower will get rid of it, but you have to recognize the strife in your life and take it down. What brings strife? What brings pain? What brings discordance, disagreement, and why do we hold on to it? Ooh, okay. Wow. All right. So, Virgo, those are your messages this week. I hope you enjoyed them. If you want to book a private reading, all that info is below. Check out Truly Divine. They're amazing services. You can use my code Deku30 for 30% off on as many things that you order. You can use it multiple times. You can send it to as many people as you want for amazing compatibility reports for numerology and your natal charts. They're just incredible. So check them out, guys. And have a wonderful and blessed week. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check me out over on Instagram. Namaste.